That's the end of that.
Well, that was the end of that. We'll talk, I'm sure.
Well, no, but that wasn't the end of the show.
Oh.
There's more to the show because you're not going to believe this, ladies and gentlemen. They've actually signed new talent in AEW that we actually want to see. And they have already set about beating them, so we don't want to see them anymore. The main event was Wardlow against Matt Taven. Matt Taven and Mike Bennett and Maria, they popped up a week ago or whatever. They've been signed apparently for AEW, not even just Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I did see that. So let's give him a chance.
So well, that's what I thought. And he's going to bring them on TV and beat all of them. First time we see him. Like he does with everybody. The fucking lunatic that Tony is. The main event was that they did some kind of angle either on fucking YouTube or Dark or last week on Rampage or whatever. But again, this guy's Matt Taven is very, very good. And I think very talented, and in this field could be used along with Mike Bennett as a top-level fucking guy. They can both work circles around some of these self-trained fucking imbeciles, but they can hang with the legitimate pros there are on the roster in AEW, what there are of them. They're both very good. So, they've been here a week, so he brings Taven in and beats him. Not only does he beat him, but also to make sure that Wardlow doesn't get over anymore, they have a really competitive match, and then Wardlow beats him. So now that's done neither guy any good, because Taven is a nobody who's had no wins in this environment, but he comes in and goes 15 minutes with Wardlow before Wardlow beats him flat with 4 power bombs and a foot on his fucking chest. So Taven's now useless as a talent to the company. We've been now indoctrinated that Matt Taven's a guy that comes in and gets the shit kicked out of him and fucking beat flat in the middle. But then, like the heels always do in this company, Bennett attacks him from behind, and they start trying to get some heat on Wardlow. So here comes Samoa Joe, Wardlow's weird tag team partner for no reason. He does the run-in to save his partner, carrying whatever championship belt he holds here. I can't remember. And then he beats up both of the heels.
Ring of Honor TV champion, I believe.
Okay, well, he beats up both Bennett and Taven and shit cans them both out of the fucking ring. So, actually, Bennett and Taven in a tag team program with FTR would probably be the best tag team matches we could get in today's environment without employing Mark and Jay Briscoe. But they just got brought in to do a job and then get the shit kicked out of them and shit canned out of the ring. But nevertheless, he shit cans those good heels. Here comes Powerhouse Hobbs, music and entrance. Okay. What the fuck? What does he have to do with anything here? But as he's coming down the ramp, a million other heels jump in the goddamn ring from behind. It's the Ring of Honor heel crew with the Gates of Agony, the Fat Samoans, and whoever the fuck else is involved. And I get now Hobbs is going to be stuck in that. And the DVR froze because they were about 30 seconds from going off the air, but there's 18 people in the ring, and we still don't really know who all of them are. And thanks for coming, Bennett and Taven. And Maria didn't get to do shit except jumped up on the apron one time. Glory, hallelujah. What is he doing? If you don't have room to use these guys now, then don't bring them in and just ruin their careers. Just destroy them on national television. Wait 6 months until some more of these goddamn self-trained, entitled, nepotism fucking victims that got their jobs because who their friends are, self-destruct to get in a fight. You got to get rid of them. And then bring the good talent in and use them. I swear to God right now, if he had the opportunity to sign John Cena, Tony Khan I'm talking about, And he already had Wednesday night's TV written. He would sign John Cena and put him in a fucking dark match on YouTube because he just didn't have room.
I don't think that's fair. I think he would debut John Cena at a Great Affair on a Wednesday live. It'll be a big rating. And then I think the second week, John Cena would come out and get a big pop and not really do much. And by the third week, he would just be fitting in with the rest of them up there. You know, I've said it to you that Ring of Honor is being jammed down everyone's throat. A lot of it is he's building up this Ring of Honor pay-per-view, although, I mean, Jericho's the Ring of Honor champion. You got to figure he's going to be on the pay-per-view. He's all over this show. FTR are the tag champions. They're sometimes on the show. Samoa Joe's the champion. But still, there's other guys, I guess. Based on the way Tony books stuff, I hate the fact that I'm guessing they formed this out-of-nowhere friendship, relationship, war Joe of Wardlow and Samoa Joe just so one of them could turn on the other and have matches. Because all of a sudden they're buddies and all of a sudden they're involved in this? I don't know. I'm not at the booking of Wardlow. You almost have to start over. And Ring of Honor. I mean, what the fuck's Ring of Honor? They're building up a Ring of Honor pay-per-view. The only reason anyone's going to buy it is because you're talking about it on AEW TV. It's an AEW pay-per-view under the name Ring of Honor with some other wrestlers too. That was a masterclass in wrestling booking, some would say. Not many, but there's one or two people I could think of who may say that.
And they all live in Campbell by the Sea.
Was it a master work of wrestling? And that's an awful transition. They write such wonderful copy. But Masterworks, Jim, a wonderful opportunity for the listeners to make an investment that makes sense.
Well, thankfully, you've managed to save that right at the last. Something that makes sense. We haven't been talking about that. We've been talking about AEW, but now we're going to talk about what makes sense for you. That's making money. Because making money makes a lot of sense because those dollars, well, they make a lot of sense. Anyway, now that I've made no sense, folks, the folks at Masterworks are sweetening the deal up just a little bit here on the program. If you sign up with our link, which I will tell you in just a minute, you're going to learn how you can get up to $200 in free shares. Free and $200. Those things don't often go together, but today they do because we're going to make you some money. Now, you say you want to buy some fine art. Tell you what I'm going to do. Right here under my raincoat, I have the most amazing Monet and Van Gogh that you can ever be a party to, and I'm going to sell it to you on the corner of the street right here, right out from under my raincoat. Now, that's a situation that we've all found ourselves in from time to time, where you're standing on a corner waiting for the light to change, and somebody comes up and tries to sell you a Renaissance painting from one of the great masters right out from under their raincoat. When's the last time that happened? You up in New York, what, couple times a week?
Well, not exactly, but that kind of happened to me on Park Avenue and 55th, like in 2005.
See, that's what I'm telling you.
It really did.
Well, you can't trust a lot of these
in front
people.
of the Chase Bank.
In front of the Chase Bank. See, well, folks, and I'll tell you, you can't trust a lot of these people because they wouldn't be working on the street corner if they were legitimate. Instead, they would be in the middle of the parking lot working out of the trunk of their car like everybody else. But fine art is a great way to make money. You know, that stuff does. When did you hear about a guy losing all his money because his Rembrandt and his Van Gogh and his Monet and his Picasso just all became worthless? You don't hear about that. And the folks at Masterworks realize that maybe you're not up to buying the whole Van Gogh or the whole Rembrandt. You want just a share of it, because that way, when we sell this thing to some multi-billionaire from another country, you're going to be able to cash in, and you can get up to $200 in free shares through that link that I was talking about that we're going to tell you. That way you can take an extra vacation, pay off a loan, pay an income tax, have another child, whatever you do that costs money. Those kids are expensive, right?
Well, there's a tax deduction.
Well, you got that going for you. But nevertheless, Masterworks has been delivering amazing results, even when the traditional investments have been suffering all this worldwide chaos with the financial markets around the world. You don't have to worry about that. They had an exit at Masterworks. Now, that's what they call a sale when you get out of something, right? We got out of it. 21.5% net return. That means, according to the mathematics that they're showing me, if you'd put in $10,000, you'd get $12,000 out. Now, that's an extra $2,000. Just like that. See?
See what?
Well, you can make $2,000.
Like that? Or are you snapping or
Just like
clapping?
that.
What are you doing?
I'm snapping. 6 out of the 7 exits so far gave investors more than 20% net returns, because Masterworks has given you access to the same things that millionaires and billionaires invest in without you having to be a billionaire yourself or even a measly old millionaire. So, when you sign up with our special code to learn all of this secret information that is kept quiet from the public and is only imparted to those of us in the know, when you sign up with a special code, you're going to find out how to get up to $200 of free shares in Masterworks. Go to masterworks.art/Jim. Masterworks.art/Jim. Learn about the free shares. Learn about your chance to buy the ward off the nose of the Mona Lisa. And you can also see important Regulation A disclosures, whatever they may be, I've never read them, at masterworks.com/CD. By the way, net returns refers to the annualized rate of return net of all fees and costs calculated from the closing date to the sale date. IRR may not be indicative of paintings not yet sold. Past performance is not indicative of future results.